Collectors of Everything, Experts of None podcast and the two idiots who host it take zero responsibility for the completely unfactual information that is sometimes expressed on said podcast. It also contains explicit language. Sorry, Mum. Collectors of Everything, Experts of None. All right, Collectors of Everything, Experts of None, episode 62. Peter.
Yes.
How are you? I see you riling up Dungeon Master Dave on Instagram today about coming back onto the podcast. Shout out.
He was whinging saying that, any shout out.
You ripped on him.
Any shout out's good, even if you're making fun of me. And I'm like, dude, I wasn't making fun of you. I want to make fun of you, I'd make fun of you.
We'll get you back on soon, my friend. Hope you're well. Collecting plenty of Lacana sets.
I do hope he's well. It's the other dude that we shout out that I don't hope as well.
Oh, Stan. Yeah, shout out to Stan.
Yeah.
Hope you're well.
Yeah.
Guys, if you like, guys, if you like the podcast, hey, hope you enjoyed the new start out last week. This one's going to be even cooler. We've got a few different bits and pieces which we'll work on as we're going through 2025. Hope you like Peter's rant. We've got another one tonight.
Yep.
And, that's definitely the highlight of the show now. So I think we're just going to start the show, introduce ourselves, and do your rant, and then leave. I think that's probably the main part of the show now.
I think the funny thing is that if I could actually do any of this technical stuff, I could probably do the podcast by myself. You don't even need to be here, but you do all the work. So it's a good balance.
Story of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll keep both of us on the podcast for the time being, while you get more, I suppose, technically equipped to deal with pressing the start and stop button on the...
I do remember talking about doing a TAFE course in about episode 40. I still have yet to enroll for that TAFE course. So.
Hey guys, if you're liking the podcast, make sure you're liking, sharing and subscribing. We do love people that follow us and giving us a bit of feedback in regards to some of the collectibles that we want to talk about. I was reading, I've got it in my head now, I was reading something before I got on, that Jerry Seinfeld has it's a Porsche. It's like a 1960-something Porsche. And
it's like a supercar.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
And he got offered $25 million for it. And he's like, nah, bro.
He's like, nah, man, come on.
Nah, man, 26, we got a deal. But I was actually reading some of the so-called experts in the comments section of that. And they were saying it's worth 3 times that. And I'm like, why would someone even... is it just a news story that someone wants to say, 25?
Yeah, it was just some dude on the street. He's like, Jerry, I'll buy it for like $25 million. And they're like, journalism. This is good journalism.
God bless you.
Yeah, and look, I take a lot of...
I should probably check what the actual car was.
I take a lot of things that I see on the internet at a very grain of salt-esque type of thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's not all law.
Oh, speaking of the internet, the memes that have come out, and as everyone knows, Donald Trump got in. I know we don't talk about politics on this podcast.
No, we don't.
There's a part of it at his inauguration where Elon's there, right?
Mm.
Yeah. The what do they call him? The first bro. Anyway, he's standing there and doing the stupid antics that he does when he called out that we're going to go to Mars. So Trump's called out, we're going to go to Mars, and he's sitting there going, all right, yeah, right. No. And then you got Barron Trump, who's Trump's son, standing there like prim and proper, super slick, and just like this. And you got this muppet head next to him doing these stupid moves, like richest man in the world, president's son. Anyway, and all the memes that have come out, they're hilarious. I promise you.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Peter, we've got some good news for everybody between the ages of 40 onwards.
40?
35 to 55, maybe?
Yep.
Blockbuster's coming back.
It is.
Blockbuster movies. Well, I don't know if it's going to be called movies, but Blockbuster is coming back.
Yeah.
One of my favorite pastimes are video stores.
Mm-hmm.
I'm psyched about it.
We spent a lot of time in video stores, man.
Yeah. Full disclosure, I worked in a Video Easy. And we're talking about it today, and I said, "Oh yeah, work." My daughter asked, "What was your first job?" And my wife was like, "Oh, McDonald's." I'm like, "Video Easy." She's like, "What the hell is that?" I'm like, "You can get the fuck out of the car now!
Get out!"
Kicked her out as I was rolling. Anyway, I did work at Video Easy. Greatest job ever. Would go back in a heartbeat if they offered me a job again, if it still existed. Anyway,
I remember when in grade 10 in Australia, you do a thing called work experience where for like a week or 2 weeks,
yes,
you go and work at a job that you think wants to be your future employer. So you have to put down 3 options for what you want to do. One was Video Easy for me, which is the store that you worked at. Yep, that was it. Then there was so
jealous of me.
Then there was a metal record store in Surfers.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
And then there was another metal record store down in Coolangatta. So
where did you end up?
Riviera Marine.
Okay, good work.
Yeah.
Bravo. Okay, excellent. That worked out.
They kind of looked at her and went, "Fucking Video Easy? What is this doing? We know he's dumb, but like he's got to reach a little higher than that, man."
And the amount of boats you built to date, 0.
Are
they still around, Riviera?
Dude, I actually work there. It's part of, we go and test their fire systems there. So
they're still around.
Yeah, it's still a massive thing. So
yeah, Video Easy. Shout out to everybody that came to Video Easy at Robina.
Yeah,
in circa 1998, 1999.
I didn't work there, and it's still one of my favorite places.
Saturday
to be
night
employed.
Job ever.
Yeah. And it was just us hanging out, watching movies and like throwing stuff around. It was great. I mean, it's lucky there was no security cameras back in those days because the owners of that place.
Oh, there was.
There was.
Yeah. So Blockbuster are coming back. Like it's rumored they're coming back. I don't know if it's an actual thing that they're going to build as an arcade and club and a restaurant.
Yeah.
All retro, right?
Yeah.
Which would be pretty sick. I'd go.
Look, I think it's a great idea how it's gonna actually work. I think I know that there's Airbnbs that are based around, Blockbusters, where you sort of walk in there and they've got the bed out the back, and there's a DVD player or a video player. You can get what you want and watch it, and it's all in blue and yellow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like a fully functioning video store that you go and stay in. So, but I mean, pretty cool. It's like anything, there was a time when records were dirt cheap because no one wanted them, and then they've come back. Videos, we've spoken about this before. Yeah. Videos are coming back
videos
massively.
100%. Yeah. So they're actually valuable now.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you get them graded these days, I think, or it's still shrink wrapped or something like that, then I guess it's a different story. But yeah, look, I think it's cool. It'd be interesting to see how they do it. Do you get a booth and they just play, you can get a science fiction booth, or you can
What about this? I thought of in-depth critical analysis of the Blockbuster return. You can decide to go to Blockbuster and you can decide whether you want to have all-you-can-eat Pizza Hut or Sizzler while you're there.
So we need Sizzler and Pizza Hut on board.
Well, yeah. Because the cheese bread is the bomb.
I mean, I think being able to...
cheese bread a couple of weeks ago, by the way.
How'd that work out?
Didn't taste the same.
No. Nothing ever tastes as good as Sizzler cheese bread.
No.
I remember when you used to get a full slice. And then it went to halves, and then it went to quarters.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, and then you ask for more, and they're like, sorry, sir, we don't want you to fill up on bread. You've got a whole salad bar to eat as well.
You got all the pasta to eat, all the bacon bits.
Man, give a fuck about the salad bar. What's your goddamn cheese toast?
I came down here for cheese toast.
Cheese toast, that's it.
Yeah. And if
the salad bar is only to get me in the door.
And if you bought the steak at Sizzler as well as the all-you-can-eat, bro.
Oh, you're an idiot. You're too much money. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're a player.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because there was no need. Why have mains at a place where your salad bar pretty much solves every problem?
Because they could, bitches. That's why.
Yeah.
But anyway, it'll be sick. And I hope Video Easy come back as well and do a rival restaurant, arcade, nightclub.
Yeah.
And it could, because I reckon, so I'm 40, I'd go. Because it'd be a retro club. There's going to be no 20-year-olds there. There's going to be all 40-year-olds there. It'd be awesome.
What about? We do.
We are going so off topic tonight. But anyway, sorry.
That's fine. Anyone who's watched this knows exactly what's going to happen.
Everyone's in there going, what are these dickheads going to talk about tonight?
That's a nightclub that only plays theme songs from movies. Done. The hell are we doing a podcast for? Let's go start a business.
Someone wrote on the story, the comments on the story was, why don't you start a movie theater only doing retro movies?
Yeah.
By the way, down the road from where I live, the movie cinema is closing down.
Oh,
Today
really?
was the last day. Yep.
Wow, that was a big one too, and that was. But that was
no, it wasn't a big one. It was only a small one.
It was boutique, wasn't it? Like it
was boutique. Yes.
They played art house films and stuff like that.
Yes.
There was A24 films being played there. So,
anyway,
yeah.
I digress. So Blockbuster's coming back. We're going to keep posting on this because I want to see what it looks like. I mean, is it going to have the sick ticket on the front, Blockbuster? Is it going to have, like, are they going to give tattoos out? I don't know. This is the big questions that I'm...
A Blockbuster tattoo?
Yeah. Of retro things.
Well, see, when I first started dating my wife, she was enamored by Kevin Smith, like, and his movies and stuff like that. We had a video store on the Gold Coast called Planet of the Tapes, which was like a retro video store that sold hard to find, like, cassettes and stuff like that.
Retro when, well, in the 19...
No. This would have been 2000, maybe. I don't know how long we've been together, but yeah, like
it's been a while.
It's been a while. I found the films. God, it's so lucky she doesn't watch this.
I know. Yeah.
But yeah, like we found films and they were actually from England and stuff like that. Like Mallrats and stuff like that you couldn't find on tape. So we actually got them sent over from England and things like that. The Chasing Amy that I got was like an X rental, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was super cool. There'd be heaps
of it floating around. I reckon that, and it hasn't taken off as much as we probably thought it would, the VHS phenomenon, but it will.
Yeah.
And I reckon there's going to be some gems to be had.
Well, I mean, we used to, like, your friend and mine, Dante, we used to go on Saturdays. It was a big thing. We'd go search, like, op shops and, you know, Vinnie's and all those kinds of places. And we would buy, like, hard-to-find videos because they were always in there.
Yeah.
The problem was when I've moved so much that, you know, the 4 boxes, like, shipping boxes of videos became too much to carry around. So I got rid of them.
Yeah, you offloaded them. Maybe be a rich man.
No, I kept all the. Pardon me. I kept all the covers.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So my plan is to one day sort of wallpaper a wall with all the covers of all the VHSs.
That's pretty sick.
Oh yeah. Well, I have to wait till I get divorced to do it. Apparently, is what my wife said. So yeah, we'll wait and see.
Everything in time, Peter. Everything in time.
Hey, one step at a time, Neil. One step at a time.
Oh, I love it. Peter's rant. What is the problem with this week's? What is the problem in the week of collectibles you have an issue with? Tell me.
Okay, so this week it's something that's been going on for a long time, and it's very prevalent on a lot of the Facebook groups and stuff like that. Oh, sorry,
just to butt in there. I just have to throw this in. In 2000. Just speaking of 2000s.
Yep.
Netflix offered to be bought by Blockbuster for $50 million. And they said no. Because
Blockbuster went to buy Netflix.
Netflix said they were bleeding money. And did you want to buy us? And you buy us for $50 million. And they said no because it wasn't in their strategic direction.
Well, that worked out really well for them. I mean, they're starting a restaurant and a nightclub.
I reckon that well, they're not even the same company. I reckon the shareholders of Blockbuster would be pissed at that CEO. $50 million. Yeah. Now it's I don't know how big Netflix is now, but it's multiple billions. I think it's about $150 billion or something.
Wait, it's bigger than Blockbuster.
Yeah,
that's all it's going to come
much bigger than Blockbuster. Man. That's why I reckon they should get together with Sizzler. Anyway, sorry, keep going, Peter.
I've forgotten what I was going to say now.
You were talking about ranting on Facebook groups of some sort.
Yes.
Yes. Continue.
Oh, well, it's not. Bumblebee. It's not about. I don't think it's about so much a rant today. It's more about something that keeps occurring inside these Facebook groups, and it's not just Star Wars. It's right across the board.
What do you mean it's not a rant? It's part of the goddamn script. Peter's rant. I've got it written right there. You better get ranty about it.
It is a goddamn rant.
Continue.
Loud noises. It's one of those things that, you know, people post something up for sale and this is what they want for it, and then all the comments underneath, you don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh.
It's way overpriced. Oh, you're a clown. You know, what is this?
Right.
Get off the side. And it's called price bashing. And
Price
every
bash.
group that I'm a part of
Yes.
has admin pinned rules that says you can't price bash, be kind to other people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But people don't seem to care. My question is, and this is what part of the rant is, do you think there comes a point where someone puts something up for sale that you go, dude, you need a smack in the head for that? I mean, come on. I mean,
well, clearly it happens, right?
Well, it does, but then it doesn't at the same time. Like, I see things come up and I bite my tongue all the time because it's part of the rules. I don't want to get kicked out, But this guy was posting a Toltoys card back for a certain figure for $5,500.
Right. What's it worth?
The fucking piece of cardboard.
Yeah, okay. What's it worth?
A couple $100, if
okay,
that.
So you scroll on. Scroll on.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
But is it better to educate people and tell them, dude, you're like way off? Or is it, do you just scroll on? Like,
and I'm part of Marvel groups and things like that. It doesn't happen a lot in Marvel groups. Usually people are pretty nice. I've never seen anyone getting smashed. Maybe I'm not in, maybe it's just Star Wars people.
Maybe, you know what? It could be just like people
who are all old, because you had to be old to see the actual Star Wars movies back when they came out.
What I was going to say. Like, we know that anytime that we want to comp something, we go straight to eBay. And that's where pretty much every collectible that is available today,
pretty much
all their comps come off eBay.
Yeah.
How hard is it to go on eBay and go, okay, I'm going to look up this figure on a card back and see where the last sale is?
Yeah, what's this worth?
It's like, dude, at what point
do you research?
Do you start, bagging someone out and go, look, come on, man, you just
because some people
you're taking the piss. Like, seriously,
some people may not know eBay. I mean, it's hard to believe, but they may not know to get on eBay and have a look.
Dude, if you've got that card and you're posting in the Toltoys group, maybe it wasn't even that person posting in that group. Maybe it was a screenshot or something like that. But what I'm saying is that, if you're putting something up for sale and you've got that much money on it, you've got to know that this is something that is a sought after piece.
Well, yeah, you should probably get kicked.
You can't be ignorant about it.
Well, the admin should step in. That's what they're for, and just delete it. Okay, mate.
And that's it, and that's the way it should be. Just delete with a nice email saying, "Hey, look,
I think so, because
I think you need to go back and
taking the piss, or they're doing it deliberately." What I thought of a great business opportunity was to front run people selling things on eBay, copy their picture and put it onto the Facebook groups at like a premium price, and then if it gets sold on the Facebook group, you buy it and then send it through.
The majority of groups that I'm part of don't actually allow external links onto their pages.
No, just put the photo up there. Just put the picture from eBay up there. Anyway, don't do that at home.
Oh,
kids.
yeah. Actually, oh, wow. That's like a cheat code.
Yes. Then if you don't sell it on the group, then you just don't buy it off eBay.
But then what happens if you sell it on the group, you receive the money, you got to pay it, and then something falls through? I've had stuff fall through on eBay before.
Oh, I don't know. I was just making a joke. Anyway, that was a piss poor rant, just so you know. Get a better one next week.
It's to tell you the truth, it was a slow week. I was like sitting here going, I don't know what to get upset about.
What am I going to do?
Like, what do I do? Something just make me angry. I mean, I can't scream at Ken Golden again.
You can.
It's been enough.
We're getting there. Don't worry. Hey, good
creepy
rant.
Uncle.
Do better.
Shut up, Neil.
It's 2025. Do better.
I'm doing.
Yeah. There's no more political correctness, Peter. You can just rant on whatever you want, okay? It doesn't matter. That life's over. That was 2024.
Yeah, but I've still got to get angry about something. Nothing made me angry. Everything was happy. It was rainbows and unicorns and Hello Kitty.
Damn it.
Dude,
what do you do? What do you do?
Exactly.
In that, I sympathize with you then, I guess.
Don't give me your pity, Neil.
Hey, Sundance Film Festival was just on recently. And I love talking about horror movies.
Yeah, because you can't watch them.
I've never watched them.
Yeah.
Someone has vomited in the aisle at Sundance Film Festival watching this movie.
It's pretty cool.
That basically makes it one of the greatest horror movies ever. So we spoke about Terrifier 3.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Which was meant to be just stupid. Have you seen it yet or not? Is it too much for you?
No. I can't watch it when my 11-year-old's begging me to watch it. And I'm like, dude, you like, I'm sorry, we're not gonna watch it. Yeah.
Okay. So that's enough.
I've seen scenes.
Is that a hard no? Or is that
no? It's definitely not a hard no. It's I don't know, wait till he's in bed or something kind of no. But I don't even know if it's out on any platforms yet.
I have no idea.
I'm sure it would
but
be.
We did talk about it because there were people physically ill that were walking out of the premiere, I think it was last year.
But Neil,
in my book, is awesome.
People walked out of the Passions of Christ as well and said it was too much. I mean, you've got to take that with a grain of salt. Like, granted, that probably would have been hardcore right-wing born-again Christians not liking horror movies.
Yeah.
Or
it wasn't that bad.
Well, I didn't think so.
That's like saying Saving Private Ryan was a horror movie, right?
Yeah.
It just depicted actual events that happened. That's different, see? Well, there's no need to slash things 67 times.
But that
did someone get shot in the head? Yes.
Saving Private Ryan did actually happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I'm just saying because when it's real and it's realistic, that's okay. But when it's just a clown trying to chop someone up because they like it, and it's not funny. It's just ridiculous. Anyway,
no. It's funny.
So this movie is called The Ugly Stepsister.
Yes.
And it's a Norwegian movie, I believe. And the actual name is, wait for it, Den Steg Stesosteron. Stesosteron.
Sounds like a metal song.
I hope I pronounced that right. It's about Cinderella. It's a take on Cinderella, yeah.
So is this another one of the things where the trademark has gone over 100 years and it's become public property?
Maybe we should have talked about that before we got on the podcast, then we could give people the correct information. But thanks for bringing that up, Peter. I don't know.
Oh, it doesn't matter. People know we talk out of our arse all the time, so it's okay.
We have a disclaimer now.
Yeah,
so exactly. That's okay. We can basically do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Disclaimer. That's all I write back to lawyers these days. Disclaimer. So they go. So basically, it's about Cinderella, and I've read it, and it says the movie's actually not too bad. It's actually relatively normal and okay, but there's parts in it where body deformity and stuff like that, where literally they're showing, like, I think like noses getting changed, and like it's just really bad. So, and that's where they vomited. I'm assuming that was the part, but yeah. So I don't know.
So
sounds good.
What's been the worst thing that you've watched that's made you go, wow, that's above and beyond what I expected to see in any type of media? Because I've got two instances for me that I reckon one I can't watch again, and the other one I will watch again because I want to see it again.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean,
Groundhog Day was pretty intense.
Dude, when he punched that guy in the face for like the fourth day, that was terrible. I felt really sorry. He was just trying to say hello. And
it was cold, man.
Yeah, and I can understand after stepping in the puddle like that many times, you'd think that you'd get it. No wonder he got punched in the face.
I didn't think the beaver needed to go over the cliff.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
the scariest movie I've ever watched. I don't even know. I've never watched a scary movie. We've talked about this. The scariest movie I've watched was the one.
Final Destination, wasn't it?
No, it was in the truck. He's in the truck, and I think he wears
Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure with Large Marge.
Top movie.
Great movie. I love that movie.
No, what was it called? Keep talking, and I'll think of it.
Okay, well, for me, like the 2 points are that I want to see. One, I don't want to see again. One, I want to see again.
Yes, tell me.
Anyone who's watched The Walking Dead knows there's a scene when Negan, who is the leader.
Or I'll just close my ears.
Yeah, just take your headphones off for a minute. Know that when Negan meets for the first time, you actually see him like cave Glenn's head in with the baseball bat. And after that first hit, when he looks at his wife and tries to say "I love you" with like half his skull sort of caved in, that's probably one of the most brutal things I've ever seen. And it wasn't so much that the brutality of it; it was the fact that being so involved with baseball
and wanting to do that.
No. I just know what those bats are like, and it sort of makes it real, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I think that, and then
Have you ever seen the final? Have you ever seen the final scene in? Oh, it's not the final scene. Close to the end in Casino.
Yeah.
Where they baseball bat the guys and then put them into the ditch. Yeah, that's pretty hardcore.
Yeah. Oh, look, and that's
Jeepers
the
Creepers was the movie I've seen, which is the scariest movie ever I've seen. Jeepers Creepers.
You probably should have kept that to yourself, Neil. But that's all right, buddy. We'll keep on moving.
We'll roll on.
The other one was a good friend of mine, Josh Hale, wrote and directed his own horror movie called The House of Inequity. And there's a scene in that where you watch one of the protagonists literally like tied down to a bed, and they get a hammer and chisel and they start hammering chisel their teeth.
Oh, yeah.
And that, to me, the sound of the chisel sort of when it touched the teeth and stuff like that, it's almost like a sensory thing. I've even said to him, I said, dude, that creeps me out. And he was like, yeah, well, that's what horror movies are meant to do.
That's the point.
So,
I love it.
So, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it was super cool.
Did anyone vomit at the premiere? That's the question. If you should get a prize. I mean, there should be an Oscar for someone vomited in the premiere and it worked. Yeah, or one person walked out, and then whatever movie got the most walkouts gets the worst movie of the year or something.
Yeah.
I mean, they need to get more creative with movies, I think.
Oh, dude, I almost spewed in Blair Witch Project.
I've seen that.
But that was only
movies.
From the camera jumping around as they ran. I got motion sickness.
Yeah, no, I saw that in the movies. That was different. I think I saw that at a movie marathon at like 2:00 in the morning. It was good.
You know what? I told my kids about the movie marathons that we used to have.
Yeah.
Where you go to the cinemas at like 7:00, you take your pillows, you and your PJs, and you'd watch like 4 movies on a Sunday night. Dude, they don't do that shit anymore.
It was on public holidays, wasn't it? It used to be on public holidays.
I don't remember. Anyway, so
hey, pick for the week.
Yeah, so
been found.
It has, and this is a big one. I mean, or any type of rookie patch auto is a big deal.
Yep.
But the Polskeen's 1 of 1 rookie patch auto, which we've spoken about multiple times on the podcast, especially concerning what the Pittsburgh Pirates were willing to offer someone who pulled that card, has finally been pulled. It got pulled by an 11-year-old kid in Texas, I believe. So kudos to him. Apparently he got 1 box for Christmas.
Good on him. It's about time for someone that just wants to collect.
It's so cool.
So it was a meet and greet with Paul Skeens. It was going in a private suite with his girlfriend. I'm not sure why that would be in the package.
He's only 11, so that probably didn't really sell him that much.
His dad was like, should I sell it? Should I go into a private suite with her? And she's,
honey, look, I think this is
she's
a good
a horrible
idea.
looking lady. Just so you know, you should Google her. Livy June.
It's for my gymnastics podcast that I have. I need to go talk to her.
You're researching on YouTube.
Yeah.
2 Paul Skeens signed jerseys, and it was 30 years, 2 seats for 30 years, wasn't it?
On 30 years behind home plate.
So my thoughts were they don't live in Texas. They don't live in Pittsburgh, which they don't. They live in Texas.
Which they don't,
and it's a bit of a trek.
And that is a big trek, yeah.
Where? I know where Texas is. Where's Pittsburgh?
I think Pittsburgh's... It's further up north towards like Massachusetts and Illinois and places like that. I believe. We have said that this is not a fucking geography podcast as well, people, so don't at me about that.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to at you for sure.
Fully.
Pittsburgh is, it's right up towards Cleveland. Yeah, it's a long way from Texas anyway.
Yeah.
It's more than a 30-minute drive. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So he said no. Doesn't want it.
Well, first of all, I think he took up PSA's actual offer to be flown to PSA on a private jet.
It got graded 10, didn't it?
It literally apparently walked in at 10, and by 1 o'clock it had been graded a 10 out of 10, which is what you want. Where's my goddamn
service like that PSA?
It's it's a 1 of 1. It's nice to see something like a big card get the actual grade that it deserves. But and then today we've just saw that it's going to be going into the Fanatics auction, I believe.
Fanatics Collect. Yeah.
Fanatics Collect. So, and I mean,
which looks strikingly similar to Golden.
Yeah. But I mean,
But anyway.
You know, Uncle Ken already put out his little
he was lurking
thing
too, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, he was there, man. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna donate money to the fires and stuff like that,
Yeah,
which I
what did
think
he
is
say?
great.
Don't take the pirate offer. You'll
We're
make more
not,
money
yeah,
off the
you'll
pirate
make more
offer.
money. So, I mean, I tried to work out pricing for the 30 years behind home plate, all that kind of crap.
Yeah.
There's talks that this card could be over $500,000.
What?
Yeah.
I still think the going to home plate would be better. It'd be worth in 15 years' time. The cost of those tickets will be 5 times what they are now.
Well, I mean,
we did these numbers, didn't we? I'm sure we did these numbers. Or did we do them not on the podcast?
I don't even remember what we talked about last week. I mean,
that's true.
Let's just, I mean, if you took the Pirates offer, even if you lived in Texas and you got up there 3 or 4 times a year, you got to see, say you're a Rangers fan and you booked flights to go watch the Rangers and the Pirates play behind home plate.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do that for the next 30 years.
Yeah, but you're spending a fortune on flights.
Yeah, but $500,000 doesn't last that much these days.
It's a long way, actually, from Houston or Dallas to... It's actually ages away. It's the whole country.
I know, America's a big place, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Houston was a big place, dude. I was surprised about how massive Houston was.
Let's see
that
how
was the crazy
far it
thing.
is. Yeah, I know it's a 2.5 hour flight.
Yeah. So what's that? Here to Melbourne, like Brisbane to Melbourne?
Yeah, Brisbane to Melbourne. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's not 2.5 hours. It's not crazy, but look, I can see that in the economic climate that we live in, where the money in hand is obviously a little bit better in the way of getting.
Well, what I would have done, I would have negotiated.
I
would have said, give me 15 years behind the plate and give me a plane ticket for me and someone else every game at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, he hasn't taken it.
Allow me to sell the ticket, or sell the ticket per game and things like that. I mean, obviously, if you were involved in it, you could get. Because I mean, what's behind the plate's got to be $800-900 a ticket.
Oh, we did. I'm sure we did the numbers at some point. I think it was $400.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Even at $400, you got 2 tickets.
This is the part of the show we should flash back when we did it last time.
But neither is technical enough.
I'll have to speak to the tech team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look, cool.
What's that? You just changed your hat?
Yeah, excuse me. I'll get back to you on that one. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's cool. And let's see if he wants to try. Maybe Paul Skeens will end up buying it. Who knows?
I mean,
he clearly wants it. Someone wants it at the Pirates.
Well, I mean, if someone buys it, can then they trade it in? If you're a Pittsburghian, I don't know. What do you call it? Pittsburghian?
A Pittsburghian, I think.
If you're a Pittsburghian, could you buy that card and go, dude, 30 years, man, behind home plate? That's a cracker, man.
If that was the Gold Coast Titans, I would take that up in a heartbeat. I'd be like, have the card, have anything you want. I'll take it.
Why? I mean, you could get $500,000 and what?
Don't do it. Don't say it.
$15 a ticket, like for a year, for a season pass. Dude, rented out the whole stadium for $100.
Just an FYI. First trial game's Feb 16th. I'm just throwing it out there.
Wow!
Against the Broncos.
60 days. 60 days till baseball starts, baby.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Exactly.
Feb 16th against the Broncos in the Woomba, up the mountain.
Won't be making that drive.
Yeah. Best drive ever.
I hate driving.
So anyway, well, let's see what happens. I mean, I hope they make good money out of it, and good on them. I wouldn't sell it. I just wish once that someone would just keep a goddamn card and not sell it off, just because it's worth money.
Yeah,
because it'll be worth more. Unless Paul Skeens turns out to be shit,
well, that's the point. His rookie season was that good.
He's not a Shohei.
You get rid of it now. If he shits the bed next season, hey, coming out on top.
Because you could buy a Shohei card, a one of one or whatever it is, and sell it in 30 years' time, and he's still getting paid playing baseball.
We don't want to talk about that.
That's so awesome. Yeah. There was another guy. Was it? Someone was telling me.
There's so many. He got
$500 million or something. The guy from I won't say it because I'll have to do the research, but there was someone that got paid a back-end deal for like 20 years or something. Similar.
Yeah, it's called Bobby Bonilla Day. He got paid by the New York Mets.
No, it's just recently. Just recently. Someone's been signed somewhere.
Anyway. All of them. Every big contract that we've had in the last 2 off seasons has been deferred for their money. So Juan Soto just signed 10 years, $750 million.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's all deferred.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Come on,
But
man.
I mean, think about it. When you actually leave the game, you're still making millions every year. Forget about it. It's the perfect setup.
I think the stat was like 87% of professional athletes end up broke because they don't know what to do with their money.
No, because they're kids when they get that money.
Oh, yeah. Imagine if I was 20 and I got that money.
Oh, you'd be rocking.
Night. You'd have a sick video store.
Yeah. The old nose candy. Like, my nose would just be white.
Oh, settle down.
So...
like your jaws, mate. That was on the podcast.
Whoa!
Wait, it wasn't me. He did it live on camera.
Yeah, well,
there we go.
Hey,
if you want to see that, you can go back and look at that episode.
Loves his talcum powder.
It was episode 30 or something a while ago. Hey, Neil's pick for the week. The biggest sales in 2024.
Yeah, we didn't actually get this. Yeah, we didn't get to it last week, so this is a good one.
So doing the numbers, I always like to do 1 or 2, I suppose, editorial picks on the numbers.
I was going to say mathematical equations.
Well, no, I just get them from somewhere. I don't actually do the math because I get it wrong.
Okay.
So we've got a few genres here. We've got video games, toys, comics, cards, entertainment, memorabilia. And we go from least to most, and you're going to love this one.
Okay.
Not this one, the last one. 1997 NES Legends of Zorro sealed first production. CGC 9.2. 375,000 sold for. We talked about this actually.
Wow.
It was the gold one.
It's a lot of money. I actually saw one for sale the other day.
Yeah, how much was it?
$350.
How much?
$350.
Oh, it was obviously opened.
Yeah. It wasn't sealed, and it was in ratty condition, but it had the box, the instructions, all that kind of stuff, and it was the gold cartridge.
Yeah,
which was the Legends
gold
of Zelda.
Cartridge. How sick is the gold cartridge, man?
Dude, so cool. I've got the gold cartridge. I just don't have anything else. That's all.
By the way, speaking of awesome games, there is an app you can download on your phone, and you can play the original Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega Master System.
Dude, I've seen Fire Sticks that you can plug into your TV, and I don't know if it like remotely connects to the controller or whatever, but it gives you pretty much every console that you could.
What the fuck's a Fire Stick? What are you talking about?
A Fire Stick is like a USB that plugs into the side of your TV.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Fire Stick. Isn't it called a USB stick?
Well, no. So the Fire Stick was like one of those things. I had people that I knew. It literally made your TV. Yeah, I don't talk to them now. I'm a dickhead.
It's an acquaintance.
I lose friends all the time.
He's a good guy. He was a friend of a friend. He's a good guy.
Peter's had 4 beers. His friendship's going down by 10 people.
All of a sudden, he's got friends everywhere. This is the first. Continue.
Yeah, so a Fire Stick is
quickly.
It kind of gets rid of your region on your TV. Oh, so you're able to watch different channels from around the world and stuff like that.
So you illegally
without being regional.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. All right.
100% illegal.
Let's keep talking about that on the podcast.
Wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
The second one was toys. 1979. You'd love this one. The rocket firing Boba Fett action figure. AFA 85 plus. I don't know what that means. What's AFA? Do you know what it is? It's a grading, obviously. 85 plus.
62 fucking episodes, and I've talked about AFA on at least 30 or 40 of them. Yeah. And you still don't?
I'm just a technician for this podcast. I just sit in here and just talk.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, nobody wants to hear your shit.
I just do funny sounds and stuff. Should I do one?
No, don't you fucking do it. AFA.
Hang on a minute. Oh, it didn't work. Damn it.
Sucked in.
There it is. What's AFA? I promised I wouldn't do that. I apologize.
I know, yeah.
All right, keep going.
AFA is the grading system for figurines and stuff. Yeah, like cool. That. So yeah,
so it went for 1.34 million.
It's crazy, dude.
And that was on Golden, wasn't it?
I believe
you did sell it. Yeah.
It's a massive. I mean, that's pretty much the grail of Star Wars. There's nothing above that besides the legendary Black Wampa. I don't think there's anything that comes close.
That was huge when that sold on Golden too. That was massive.
Yeah, it's massive. It's a huge figurine. I mean, like we said, every time that we talk about it, there's always that one dude that goes, "Oh man, I'm pretty sure I had one of them when I was a kid."
100%.
Like, dude.
Only G.I. Joes are worth money. I'd be wealthy.
Yeah.
Comics, 1938, Action Comic #1, Kansas City pedigree. It was CGC 8.5, which is pretty ridiculous for 1938.
That's pretty good, man. Is that the first? I don't
know where that was sitting. Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. Superman or Spider-Man? No, it was Superman.
Actually, no, I think that's Marvel, isn't it?
I did have it, and I wrote it down. Now it's gone.
Yeah. No.
Hang on.
Action Comics.
If you need to go to the toilet during the podcast, go right now.
Okay.
No, not you.
Oh, sorry.
Here it is.
Dun, dun,
apologies. Yes, it was Superman.
Superman.
Oh, that's the original.
Yeah, that's him holding the car up, isn't it?
Car. Yeah. Well, we've done a piece on this, I'm sure. God damn, we've done too many episodes now because I'm forgetting about stuff we did.
Yeah, we just keep talking about the same shit.
1.34 million.
Pardon me.
Quite funny. I'm on Heritage Auctions here.
Yeah.
It's obviously sold on April 4th, 2024. But then there's a button here saying, make an offer to owner, 9 million or more.
Wow.
Maybe I should click on it and see what happens.
Don't do it.
Next one was actually Magic, 1993, Magic the Gathering. Limited edition Alpha Rare Black Lotus, CGC 10. Pristine, 3 million bones.
That's a lot of money for one of those cards.
It's big for, I think it's big for Magic the Gathering, to be fair.
I agree.
I'm not sure Magic is big like Lacana, and I don't know how big it is. I don't get a lot of vibe about it, to be honest, because I don't know. It's alpha.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I mean, it's sort of what you want to do with your cards. If you collect Magic the Gathering or you play Magic the Gathering, I think there's got to be some sort of distinction about it, because I mean, I don't know. I know that the Black Lotus is probably the second rarest.
So that got a CGC 10. There's a CGC 9.5 on eBay for 350,000. Can you imagine clicking at 300? That's crazy.
Yeah.
And clicking going, I'll drop 350K on eBay. I'd be wanting to call a customer service person before I press that button.
Yeah, I'd be like, how am I getting this? Is this being shipped to me? Like, I don't understand. So
anyway, so that's the card. So then the number one. Are you ready for this? Now, we spoke about this and you poo-pooed me in regards to this piece.
Concerning.
Actually, no, this is the second. Oh, no, I got it wrong. Hang on. No, this one's, it's okay. The last one. How good is the editing on this podcast? Hang on. I'm getting confused. Sports memorabilia, the Babe Ruth game used cold shot jersey.
Yeah.
24.12 million.
That's a big one, man.
It's big moolah. But anything with him. Did they find I know we spoke about it. Did they find the card that was signed by him and Shohei?
Yeah. The dude got pulled on one of them got pulled on the first day.
One of them got pulled real quick. The second one,
the other one get pulled. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Talking about Babe Ruth and about memorabilia, I think it was David Wells when he played for New York. He actually bought Babe Ruth's Yankees hat and wore it in a game. Ended up getting fined by the MLB, got fined by the Yankees, but was like,
I did it.
I'm wearing Babe Ruth's hat.
Whatever.
Yeah. You don't get to tell me what to do. You're not my dad.
It's a funny thought. We should probably do a segment on this in the next few weeks. If you could, I mean, AI is getting huge now, right? And it can do a huge amount of good things, but also some things that aren't so good.
Yeah.
Do you think it could replicate our signature so good that you couldn't tell it was a fake?
That's scary conversations to get into.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was thinking about it the other day. And I'm
going off what we talked about last week, with the people that got done with the fakes and fake memorabilia, the Tom Brady's and stuff like that. And they had a machine that was replicating signatures and stuff like that. There is no way that it's not super easy to be able to do it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I know we were talking about the Pokemon that you can buy off a Chinese website. I think we're going to buy some, and I'll open it on the show.
Okay, cool.
And see
is that the fake stuff?
If it happens. Well, it's promoting it as Pokemon cards. I don't know if they're fake or real or what, but they're ridiculously cheap.
Yeah, but I can go down to the Australia Post down at Benalla Coles, and they sell Pokemon cards there for $3.
How good?
And they're all fake.
How good's Benalla Coles?
Oh, Benalla Coles, man. Fair. I love that place.
It's like an Australian icon.
Do you know how many Hot Wheels I find there? Probably about once every 4 to 6 months when they actually restock.
Yeah. I've noticed actually in shops there's a lot less Hot Wheels than there usually is.
Yeah, because there's a whole pile of jerks that got into it at the same time as I fucking did.
Yeah, that's fair. So 24.12 million for the Babe Ruth game used call shot jersey. Would you put it on? Would you take a photo with it on?
Hell yeah. Why wouldn't you? You own it.
I love it.
What's the matter? Wait, you're in your bedroom. I'm taking a selfie in that. It's like, dude. Yeah.
You're in your bedroom.
You walk out, the missus is laying there. You walk out in your Babe Ruth jersey. You're like, hey,
yeah. She's like, how much did that cost?
Yeah,
how much
she's
did that cost?
Just
$2.5 grand.
Wait about 30 to 40 seconds, and I'll tell you.
Yeah. 24 million. Jeez, imagine explaining that to your wife. You just tell her it wouldn't be, just in case it all goes pear-shaped one day, and you'd be like, look.
Yeah, but Neil, we put these things. That's all I want. We put these things into our self-managed super funds now. That's how we own them.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a story about a self-managed super fund where they bought circus lions in their self-managed super funds and leased them to a circus. No word of a lie.
Wow.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
What happens if it dies?
Dude, I don't know.
Like, how do you explain that to the ATO? It's like, I had like all this money in there, man. Where is it? It's dead.
Take a photo of your investment. Okay, man.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
Number one, entertainment memorabilia.
Yes.
We spoke about this and you poo-pooed the fact that I thought this was highly valuable. Dorothy's ruby red slippers from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
$32.5 million more than a game-worn Babe Ruth jersey. Eat that. Eat
ridiculous.
That. Eat it.
Whoa, hey.
Because you're like, that wouldn't be worth anything. Oh, you're talking shit, Neil. You don't know what you're talking about. And you actually did that.
Well, 99% of the time, I'm correct.
And this time,
so it's just that 1%.
Wrong.
Yeah, I was wrong. So look, I was super surprised about how well the Ruby Red shoes did.
Because they're iconic.
I get that, and I knew they would be like sought after. I didn't think it had fetched the price tag that it did, obviously. But is that bolstered by Wicked? Like because people now are more invigorated by the movies,
the toys.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, like just actually having some form of a Wizard of Oz being present in the media at the moment.
I don't know when it was sold. I don't know. That was sold before that, I'm sure, weren't they?
Yeah, but they sold. It was last year that they sold.
Yeah, you're drowning. I think you're wrong. I think they just sold because they're awesome.
No, look. If this was a Wheeler from the Wizard of Oz 2, I'd buy it.
Would you put them on if you bought them? Is the biggest question.
I'm sure that my foot is going to be a lot larger than Judy Garland's foot when she was like a 12-year-old girl.
I would fit my foot into those goddamn things for $32.5 million just to show them off. I'd wear them out too, just for laughs. When was it?
You're not very smart with money, Nick.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah. I wore them out.
You know what? Actually,
there's beer and everything spilled all over.
You're probably right. This is on the 8th of December. That movie came out during December, so you could have caught the hype. You could be right.
Peak hype.
Still, though, you're wrong because you put shit on me about the fact, oh, no, they're never going to sell. They're terrible, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no.
But they're awesome. You're wrong. Deal with it. Let's move on. No, I'm joking. Keep going.
Nah.
Right.
I'm just
when you're
wrong, you wait for it. All right. All right. I'm going to
I'm wrong
literally
95% of the time. What do you mean?
Yeah, well,
Peter,
hey,
all I'll say is we have a disclaimer.
we
Okay?
do.
Hey, bit of a sad story, the last one we're talking about tonight. Well, not sad in a way, but they'll rebuild. But the Players' Choice Sports in Canada, I think it is. It was on Instagram.
Yeah.
Got ram-raided.
This
card
was
store. I think it's like a hockey store, mainly hockey.
Yeah, I think it's a sports memorabilia store.
Yeah.
So it's cards, it's memorabilia and stuff like
Canada.
that. In Canada. Everybody loves Canada.
Do they?
Everybody loves it. Yeah, they're nice guys.
Are they?
They're like the New Zealand of Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're
nice guys.
They're a national state of Australia, basically. Yeah. Just like Canada and America.
I sent you this one.
Yes.
Because I thought it was an interesting story. Because what do you gain from breaking into a store when everything that is worth any type of substantial money is traceable?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense unless you're going for booster boxes and things that aren't open and stuff like that, which it could be.
Yeah.
But are you telling me that you're walking past and grabbing a box of Pokemon cards where, considering if it was a hockey place, could have a signed Wayne Gretzky jersey sitting in a frame?
Yes.
Like, to me, it's a smart play or it's a absolutely dumb play. It's like people that steal collections. On his
video,
so.
Then the video that he said, he goes, we know what all the stuff is that's been taken. Yeah. So good luck.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it just seems silly.
My thought process was, would you, say something's worth, well, I suppose you couldn't get away with it with a 1 of 1. But if it was a PSA, right? Could you chop it out and go and get a Beckett?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it's clean?
Well, everything's numbered.
Not that I'm in the business of doing something different.
No. But if you've got like a 5 of 10 dual auto of, Trout and Otani.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what case you break it out of, it's still a 4 out of 10. Like, it's still that same card. Like, you can't fake it in any way. So
I suppose, yeah.
I mean,
I think it's a silly place to rob. I'd probably rob 10 different places before a collectible store.
Yeah, it's crazy that, because I sent you this probably last week, which like earlier during the week when
it was a few days ago. Yeah.
So today I saw a video of a guy who owns a sneaker store, and his sneaker store got ram-raided.
Jeez.
No. Now, think about it. People who break into collector stores can grab boxes, cartons, all that kind of stuff. The sneakers that are out on display, there's only one of them.
Oh. So you got to hop everywhere.
What the fuck are you going to do with one shoe?
Yeah, well, you got to hop everywhere, obviously.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean,
I'm rocking a sick left foot Air Force Jordan.
Yeah, it just seems like these dudes got, let's do it.
They drank too much. They drank too much in their podcast and went, "Hey, let's go. We should go and do that. That's a good idea."
Where's the left shoe?
Let's do it.
Where's the left one?
I love it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, the point of the matter is
random story, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that any type of shenanigans ever works well in the collecting industry. I mean, you can sell 1-of-1s and stuff like that if there's people inside the hobby who have nefarious ideas about what they want to do. If you've got a black hole collection and you find something that's stolen and it goes into that collection, but you're never going to sell it, that's a way to be able to do it.
Yeah.
But if there's
that's
any
what you
way
do, people, you don't sell your cards. You keep them because you like them.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, these guys who broke into the memorabilia store, even if the stuff is tracked, if someone's morals are a little bit loosey-goosey, they're going to take that thing. They're just not going to be able to tell anyone about it. They're not going to be able to post about it. They're not going to be able to do anything like that. And I think it comes down to the people who are involved in the hobby on their moral standings when it comes to stolen goods.
No, I agree. Well, I'd hope that people wouldn't buy it. That'd be the best way to do it.
Well, yeah. And
I suppose whole boxes, you'd never know.
Whole boxes, yeah, you never know. But anything that's graded, anything that's traceable, you can't do anything with it. I mean, it's all it comes down to. So,
let's see.
But
see what happens.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the more that the hobby in general becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, the more that we're starting to see these people come out who don't have the morals. There was a dude who got filmed going through Target, who is a known card shop owner, and was the first in line. He took every single box of new Pokemon, the new, I don't know, whatever it's called, Pokemon sets, and bought them to be able to sell in his store.
At an increased price. Oh, that's fair. He bought them retail.
It's a dick move.
Oh, no, it is. Yeah. But that's the problem with the collectors of Pokemon cards, right? They'll pay it.
Yeah. I mean, the people who are involved in Pokemon make me not want to have anything to do with Pokemon anymore.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I love Pokemon cards.
I enjoy Pokemon cards, but the people who do it, I mean, the amount of people who are taking on this thing of, okay, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to do the investment, then I'm going to break them, and I'm going to make all this money. I mean, it's like anything. It's like, trying to be a rock star. There's going to be 1 out of 1,000 that actually does really well out of it.
Yeah.
So
that's a valid point.
Yeah.
I still think Lacana will come through, though. I am going to learn Lacana still. I haven't gone back to it yet, but
stop telling people lies.
I need to get my boy back.
You keep saying this, man.
Oh no, we're onto the Harry Potter Pogs now from Coles, I think it is. We got to
went today.
Yeah,
spent, I don't know, like it was like $150. So what is it? It's like you have to spend $30.
I think it's $30,
and you get one. Yeah. So we should have got 5. The chick was a bit frazzled. We got a whole fucking handful of that stuff, man. Like there's a story. Yeah.
Have you heard the story?
No,
from your mother about the entire box of Disney 100.
Dude, that's what Danger got for his birthday.
Exactly. The whole thing.
The whole
I'm like,
thing.
You're lying to me.
You're lying to me.
So the story goes. Let me get the story right.
No, you're right.
So it was the last day or the second last day of the actual it was the Disney 100, wasn't it?
The advertisement, yeah. So it was the cards that came out at Coles, I think, or Woolies.
And our mother's the loveliest lady in the world and can talk to anybody on the planet.
100%.
And does. And she was sitting there to the guy, and he's like, "Oh, it's the last day," or something like that. And she's like, "Oh, do you have any of the cards left?" He goes, "Oh, yeah, I've got the box there." And then he's like, "Oh, just take it." She's like, "Put the whole thing." He's like, "Yeah, no worries," and took it. The entire. This was the like an out of slip. Like this is the whole box.
This wasn't a box like this. Like it wasn't a box.
How big was it?
It was. The box would have been It was a slab.
How many packs did it have in there? Do you know?
At least 400 or 500 packs in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Do you know how many cards Danger needed to finish that set?
1. Did he get them all?
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, he got them all, dude. You're stupid. Of course he got them all. 500 packs?
Grandmother win. Win. I love it. That's a story. I'd walk in there and be like, "Bro, can I have that?" He'd be like, "Fuck off, mate."
Yeah.
He goes,
"Security,
go back and do something useful. You got kids, you idiot. Get out of here."
The crazy thing is that Danger has got the same collective mentality as what I have. He's like, maybe I shouldn't open him. Maybe I should just keep him sealed. I'm like, "Oh, bud, I'm sorry. They're not the same as like other cards. Like it's still Woolies cards or Coles cards." Yeah.
That's fair. His principles
I like the fact that he was thinking.
His principles are there
in that mentality. So
hey, good times, but great pickup. That's probably the greatest free pickup I've ever heard of. If you've got a better free pickup than that, I'd love to hear it.
Okay, so episode 1 had just come out, and Target had
episode 1.
It's Star Wars episode.
Not our episode. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. No. The only episode 1.
If you're an avid watcher of Collectors of Everything Experts have Done, you should go back and watch our first episode.
No, don't. It's so bad. Yeah. We're like,
hello, my name's Neil. We like collectibles.
I'm Peter. Oh shit! I broke my mic.
Anyway, you should go watch it. It's quite funny. Yeah. It's way better than what it is now.
Okay, so
quickly.
90. Don't. Don't harass me.
I've run out of drink.
You asked me my question. When episode 1 came out, they released all the toys. Target had massive promotions. They had these, they would have been like 8 foot by 3 foot cardboard posters.
Yes.
And they had a massive big portrait and then with like an action scene under it. And everybody would go up and be like, oh, what are you doing with him after you finish? You know, it was the height of modern Star Wars collecting.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we've got a raffle box. You just you write your name down on one of these pieces of paper and then you put it in. And that's, you know, and then we'll draw one and we'll call the person with their phone number, which is still home phone numbers back then, I think.
Of course.
So I was there with my friend Hannah and we were like, we know what to do. Opened the box, took every other entry out and stuffed our pockets with all the other entries.
Put yours in.
And just put ours in.
Done. You got it?
Guess who won?
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
This guy.
I had a mate who worked at whose brother worked at Pizza Hut, and he got a full-size Jar Jar Binks for his pool room.
Really? That's pretty
probably
cool.
Worth a fair bit now, I would imagine.
There, you can still actually buy them like around the place, but
massive.
It'll be like arm is broken off, or you know, lightsaber broken, or
samurai sword through
horns
head.
Broken off his head and stuff like that.
I love it.
But look, I've still got like merchandise from Pizza Hut back in the day. Like they had puzzles and stuff like that. I've still got sealed puzzles and things like that from Pizza Hut. And
I don't know why. So I was talking to my wife about going to Pizza Hut all you can eat because I didn't know if there was still any around. There is. There's one in Gympie, which is like 2 hours away from. Oh, I don't know. I haven't been there for I've driven through there. I've never actually stopped there. I believe there's also a video store there too. And there's one in Western Sydney still, so I'm going to go there.
Is the Western Sydney one the retro one that still does all you can eat? Yeah,
Windsor.
that's it.
Yeah. So I'm going to go
Next time I come down, I'd like to go there.
Well, you can. Sure.
I'll be like, hey, how many vegan pizzas do you have? And they're going to be like...
Yeah. How about you get out, dick?
Yeah.
No one likes vegans. Get out!
Wow.
Because it's all meat. That's what you want. I'm sorry. They treat people differently here. No one likes vegans. I apologize.
You've changed.
But that's the way it is. I haven't changed. Do you know what I had for dinner?
No, you haven't had all.
Just steak. That's all I had.
All right, whatever, man. I do what
Collectors
I want.
of Everything. Experts of None. Episode 62.
62.
Done and dusted. We'll see you next for 63. Getting closer to 69. Getting excited.
Yeah. I'm getting excited.
Done it.
69,
right.
dude.
See you next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Collectors of Everything. Experts of None.